Hello, hello, hello. Also, Teacher Valen, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I need that room in my house too. All the books, all the coziness. I need it. Do you guys like the music? I feel like I see some people jamming in chat. It's not the usual lo-fi, but we were listening to this during the co-working stream and I was like, you know what, we could just keep it for a bit and then we can always switch to lo-fi later. But it's so good to see some of you again and some of you for the first time today. Hello, it is good to see all of you. Let me see who got first crew of this stream. I see Andy, I see Koki, I see Hollow, I see Ina, and I see Butterfly. Wow, that butterfly. I said that so weird. I don't know what. Please ignore me talking today. Apparently it's not working. But hi, it is good to see all of you. And Joe, you're a part of the co-crew. Thank you so much for hanging out here as I start the stream. Let me say hello to everyone. Hollow, welcome in. Pinja, welcome in. Koki, welcome in. Esther, welcome in. Anna, welcome in. Butterfly, welcome in. Allison, welcome in. Lily, welcome in. Bonnie, welcome in. Starlight, welcome in. Brittany, welcome in. Rose, welcome in. Ina, welcome in. Sophie, welcome in. Tanisha, welcome in. Pepinin, welcome in. Anxious Lurker, welcome in. Panda, welcome in. Micah, welcome in. Andy, welcome in. Horizon is welcome in. Kiera, welcome in. Burp, welcome in. Chicky the Nuggy, welcome in. Ali Rose, welcome in. And Squiz, welcome in. And Brenna, welcome in. The Cozy Newsletter, welcome in. It's good to see you. Let me see. Did I get everyone? Just scrolling up in chat. I think I said hello to everyone. Ooh. Hello. Thank you so much for the 17 months. Excuse you, that is wild. That's such a long time. I'm gonna add you to our monthly sub board really soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Enjoy all of those subby perks and your golden badge, your beautiful golden badge. Also, just quick check. I needed to re-authenticate Sari. I just saw that up in chat. You have to. No. I do not sleep with my shoes on. I don't. Also, look, purple hair, orange hair. I just noticed in that clip I have purple hair. It's one of the very rare clips of me with purple hair. Butterfly, thank you so much for the 200 bits. That's so kind. Thank you. What the hickeys? But I think let's do that one more time. I think I reauthorized. Because we cannot live without Sari here. Sari is a very important and integral part of the stream, you know? Also, Cozy Gamer and Mama Sim, welcome in. It's good to see you. Second time today. Nice. What? 14 months? What the butts? And also on tier 2, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And also thank you for wanting to wield the green sword, keeping me sane and chat safe. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Please enjoy all of those subby perks. I'm gonna add you to the sub board as well. And Noisy Arcades, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Super excited for today's stream. I'm also really excited. I can't wait to get building.
Hanging out here always makes my day better.
Sophie, what the butts? Thank you for the 16 months. Such a long time. Please enjoy all of those subby perks for a whole month more. Thank you. What the heck? I appreciate that a lot. Let's go.
Builders games less so.
Let's go. I was like, how does Brian say this? Let's go. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you. And thank you guys for that hype train. What the heck? Brian's drunk already. Brian's like, I hear party music. It's a Friday night. What? Thank you so much for the 600 bits. Excuse me?
Choo.
That is wild. Thank you so much. That is very kind, Butterfly. I appreciate that a lot. Thoughts on the new kits released? Oh, I actually haven't even bought them. Should we do so? Well, I don't think I'm going to get the goth kit right away, but we might get the castle kit. I don't think it's very useful for the build we're going to do today. You know what? I'll buy them after stream. Since we're not going to use them for today's build anyways, because it's a very modern build, I will probably get it over the weekend. The castle kit, I'm very excited for. The goth kit, I think personally, goth is too big of a style. And like, it's not even a fashion style. It's like a fashion stream with a lot of sub-styles and subcultures. Like goth is almost a subculture. There's so many things that are associated with like being goth, so to say, that goes far beyond just clothing, that I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot with a goth kit. Because I saw a lot of people complaining about, oh, but it's not really my style of goth. Oh, I expected more like this kind of style or this kind of style, or like maybe the kawaii goth kind of style. And I think that they just made it incredibly difficult on themselves trying to squish something as big as goth, which is like a massive subculture, into a tiny kit with like 15 pieces. So I think it's just kind of like, if it's your style and if it's your thing, then it's really cool that it's there. I personally don't think I'll be using that kit too much because one, it's not really my style, and two, the style of goth that I enjoy and that I think is like would fit me if I were a goth person is not really this style. So yeah, exactly. There's definitely a spectrum within the goth style. So I can imagine that it's just hard to make that into one kit. So that's not necessarily criticism on the kit for it being good or bad. I just think they made it hard on themselves with trying to fit it into a kit. But the castle kit, I'm really excited for. I think it looks great. I think there are some things that I would have wished for, obviously, like spiral stairs or something. But I knew they were not going to release that in a kit. Like, why would they do spiral stairs in a kit? Like, that's a huge feature. And also, if they're going to do spiral stairs, I would prefer that they fix round walls first. You know? There's like an order to things. Let's fix things first before we try to introduce new things into the game that could potentially break it. Yeah, the castle kit should be fun. I was thinking the same. And also, I feel like it is one of those things that if you try to do, like for instance, the ruin build that we did with the suitcase, I think we could have used the castle kit in a build like that as well.
Let's hit that goal right away.
Noisy Arcades, thank you so much for the 150 bits and completing the daily bits goal. I do really, really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. And also, Lemon, it's really good to see you. How are you doing? And Liker, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. Sims, broken? Never. No, it could never. How dare we say such a thing? I am going to update the sub board. I did add all of the subbies from the co-working stream earlier. So they are on the board already, but I'm going to make sure that we add all of those newest subs in here as well. Wait, 17 months is the golden badge. You're having a new badge very soon. Thank you so much for that hype train. I really appreciate it, you guys. That is so supportive and so sweet. I feel very spoiled on this Friday. There we go. Oh, you know what we said? Oh, I totally forgot that I wanted to make that. The little channel point thingy. Noisy beat me to it. I love that.
Noisy beat me to it.
Lemons, thank you so much for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. You got the hot chocolate. Let's go. Okay, that is, I think, the best hype trait emote they made for this one. Although I haven't collected all of them. But thank you, Lemons, for the 100 bits. That's very kind. I appreciate that a lot. And Hollow with the 14 months. I realized now that I was going to make a channel point redemption so that you guys can cheer me on when we're doing the build. It's in reminders, but I still forgot. Also, Lottie, hi, welcome in. It's good to see you. There we go. And then we have Sophie with the 16 months, another golden badge. There we go. Beautiful, stunning, absolutely fantastic, amazing. Oh, I really like that one too. The Uwu one is very cute. Yeah. I'm actually not sure if I have the Uwu one already. Wait, can I see? I need to find the hype train ones. So which newer ones? Oh, they're not sorted. That's annoying. I think I actually don't have that one yet. No, I have the cute, but I don't have the ooh woo one, but that's a really nice one. You are Tub Tub? Really? Did you make your decision? Reminders, the things where things go to thrive or die, at least mine do. Yeah. In this case, I tend to look at it like once a week and kind of, pick up the things that are in there, but I think this one just kind of slipped in between some things because there were also some reminders for like later that I don't have to look into right now. I don't have that one either, the hype oh dear, but I want that one too. That is so good. That is so good. Also, Swindler, welcome in. It's really good to see you. Hello, hello. But that is so exciting though. That is so exciting that you're going. Can't wait to see you again. Also, there is something I just realized. I need to open something. Because wait, let me see. Okay, I want to show you guys something because remember how I said in the Discord, hi sweetie, welcome in. Hello, hello, that I might have a little announcement. I actually have two. Two really cool ones. And one is something that I would like to show you guys because, well, the announcement itself is that I have joined a new stream team, but not just any stream team. And it's called Omnify. It is a stream team that is hosted by Lemonify, which is a really fantastic fellow co-working streamer who is Turkish and does streams in English. And she had an idea about how cool would it be if you could have live translations of what you're saying on stream to your native language, so that people that might not necessarily speak English, for instance, but they do speak my native language, aka Dutch, could have Dutch subtitles to an English stream. Or in her case, Turkish subtitles to an English stream. So she worked together with some people with a self-learning. Thank you for that shout out for Lemon. Everyone go follow Lemon. Lemon is genuinely such a cool person and you will love it over there. Like 100%. She's fantastic. But yeah, if I will show you guys, I still need to add it to the stream because I didn't have time to do that yet. But I'll show you guys on the website itself how it works. So there is a delay between what I say and the actual translated text, of course, because unfortunately, well, it needs to translate. So it first needs to listen to what I say and then it translates. So there will be like a small delay between, or well, small delay sometimes. There we go. See? It translated what I said. No, it is an extra team. So I'm basically on 3 stream teams now. I'm on the women's stream team, I'm on the Fractal stream team, and I'm on the Omnify stream team. But it can translate from English to English, so it could even give English subtitles if we wanted, from English to French, from English to Dutch, and from English to Turkish. And they're going to be adding languages as we go to kind of be able to add more languages, add more streamers for this team, basically. But yeah, it is a pretty cool feature. I will experiment with like how to add it exactly to the stream because unfortunately, this right now it is open captions, which means that if I put it on my stream, you guys won't be able to turn it off. So everyone is going to see these captions. They are working on a closed captions version, which basically means that you could turn it off. But yeah, it is it's kind of, you know, it's a fun thing. And I thought this was such a cool thing because we talk about language on stream all the time. And for me, being a dual language streamer, I feel like it makes sense to also sometimes embrace that and maybe like put some emphasis on it. So yeah, as you can see there, like for the Dutchies, the translation is not always 100% correct, but it's actually really funny. Now you have no excuse anymore to not speak Dutch all the time. Well, as soon as I start speaking Dutch, I think the subtitles get confused. We kunnen het wel proberen. Kijken wat er gebeurt als ik Nederlands ga praten. Ik denk niet dat de ondertiteling dan zomaar kan vertalen naar... Misschien gaat hij wel vertalen naar het Nederlands. Blijft hij gewoon op Nederlands. Ik denk het eigenlijk niet. Any Dutchie that saw that was hilarious. That was so bad. See, as soon as I start speaking English, it's pretty good at translating it. But the Dutch it just gave was nowhere close to what I actually just said. Your Dutch sounds like Simlish. I've heard that before, yeah. But yeah. Oh, look, it actually Simlish. It almost said that correctly. Also, Lena, hello. I hope you're doing well. I started to doubt myself. I was like, did she say that? No. I do not speak Turkish. No. I only speak Dutch and English fluently. I can understand a little bit of Spanish and German, but I do not speak Turkish, not even one single bit. Yes, I do remember, Charlie. It doesn't do... we can try. We can put it on... Als we het op Nederlands naar Engels zetten... Ik denk dat in principe zou dit moeten werken. Ja, look. Het is alleen nu heel moeilijk dat ik daadwerkelijk Nederlands moet praten. Want het is heel verleidelijk om Engels te praten, omdat alle mensen in chat Engels aan het praten zijn. Dus ik lees in het Engels, maar ik praat in het Nederlands nu. Maar dat gaat dus best wel goed. Ik praat nu gewoon Nederlands en jullie kunnen meelezen in het Engels in de ondertiteling. Dat is echt best wel vet. Ik wil wel in Nederlands terugpraten. Ja, laten wij gewoon lekker in Nederlands gaan zitten praten hier. En dan kan de rest van de stream... kan gewoon lekker meelezen in het Engels. Okay, I'll put it back. I'll put it back to English so you guys can actually listen to what I say now. But the subtitles work pretty well, right? Werkt echt goed. Ja, man. Don't want to read subtitles when I watch your stream. It's okay. It's okay. So, yeah. The idea for this is that I'm going to add this to my stream. The main reason that I haven't had the time to set this up is it is directly listening to this microphone. So it's not going through OBS. So I need to make sure that the subtitles are hidden as soon as I mute, because I don't want to mute on my break and then talk to Scott and then you guys get all the subtitles. Like that's not the idea. But yeah, that's one of the announcements. Actually, TTS Rosannatxt, you can already do that. If you use, I keep forgetting what it's called, but actually Justin, the ASMR streamer, he has that. He has a TTS in his own voice. It's really funny. Also, hi, official Gingy, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yes, that was the first announcement. So I have more. The second one is actually also really cool. Like really, really cool. I got a message yesterday. Which was unexpected. Like legit. I didn't even know this was a thing. So when I got the message, I was like, what? I got a message through Discord. Drum roll, everyone. Drum. Oh, we need a drum roll command as well. That was also in reminders. See? I didn't forget to set things up, but I got a message yesterday from Pause, someone who works. No, it's not Elgato, sweetie. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get Elgato this year. It's confirmed that the people that got Elgato have already gotten a message and I didn't get any, so it's not Elgato. What is the Plock bot add-on? It is part of the Omnify stream team, so it's not open source. It's not available for everyone, unfortunately. But I got a message that I got nominated for a Movember award, which is I got nominated in the category of Rookie of the Year, basically meaning exceptional performance in their first year of participating in Movember. And I got invited to the award ceremony in London in February. So earlier on stream, when I said that I, for the Builders Games, might have to move around some things, like some practical things. Also, Chels, welcome in. Thank you. I will probably try to go over to London on Thursday for the award ceremony and then probably travel back on Friday evening. Yeah, I got invited to an award ceremony and I got nominated. Like, what? How cool is that? So yeah, I would definitely, I'm like definitely trying to see if I can go because it would be really cool to be able to attend that. I see a dance party. Are we going to dance for this? Yes? No? There we go. We're going to dance, everyone. But yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. So I already messaged Happy. I was like, hey, if I'm coming to London, would you potentially have time to maybe go for a coffee or something? Because if I'm going to go over there, I don't just want to go over there for like a 2-3 hour award ceremony, even though that's like a really big deal. I feel like that would be, especially money wise. I was like, I need to make sure to also see some people if I'm gonna go and like hang out and maybe visit my favorite museum and maybe like, I don't know, go to my favorite breakfast place where you can get really nice cinnamon buns. So I need to make it like a good trip when I go. But yeah, your girl might be going to an award ceremony in London. It's so insane. Like when they you want to visit me too? Well, you don't live in London, right? I mean, I would love to visit you, but...
So I'm really, really cute. Cute. No, curious. God. I should stop talking today. I just called myself cute.
Let's go.
Let's go. Andy, thank you so much for the 500 bits. What the heck? Thank you, thank you. Going to London is such a treat. I love going to London. I haven't been in a while, but it's my favorite city in the whole wide world. So kidnap me and take me with you. I wish I could. I'll get to the train to London and meet you there. And then I hide in a suitcase and you can steal me. Sure. Sure. Yes. It's like a voluntary kidnap. So, well, who knows? If I travel to Germany for work, I'll let you know. What I miss? Well, I got nominated for a Movember award. So in February, I am probably going to go to London to go to an award show. I never was in London, but it's definitely on my travel list. I can highly recommend it. It is such a nice and beautiful city. I really love it. Sometimes I dream about The Sims. That's very true. Yeah. Thank you, Melissa. And also, it's good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're having a nice Friday. And Sam, welcome in. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing so well. Also, I saw that someone snoozed the ads, which thank you for doing that because we were chatting about the announcement. Or they snoozed themselves again. I don't know. I hope you win all the wins. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool if I get an award. But like just being able to go there and being nominated is already such a huge honor. You did. Thank you. Panji, welcome in. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. I am super. Got my thesis results back and they are awarding me my master's degree with distinction. Yo, Melissa, what the heck? That is such a big, big thing. Holy moly. Congratulations. You should be so incredibly proud of yourself. I know. I remember, like, when was it? 4 months ago, 5 months ago, you were talking about like how you were trying to wrap up your thesis and stuff. You should be so proud of you. Massive congratulations. That is such a cool thing. Are you gonna treat yourself? Are you gonna get yourself a cake or something? Something nice? Gonna celebrate? Okay. I see that in 5 minutes we have some ads. So that means that I want to talk about the challenge of today before the ads start. And then while the ads start, I'm going to start up my game. Took forever. Dodo and I went for a sushi date. I am so glad that you got to celebrate. That is so nice. Sushi date is a really good way to celebrate for sure. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do this. So the challenge that we're going to start is the first build challenge for The Sims 4 Builders Games Season 5. For those of you who missed it, I am a participant of The Sims 4 Builders Games Season 5. It's hard to say it every single time, so I'll probably just call it Builders Games from now on. And in this season, the theme is World Tour. So every single week, there is a different theme of a different location we have to build from in the world. And this week's theme is Brazil. And there were 3 different options. We could either recreate one of the natural wonders of Brazil. We could recreate the Sao Paulo Museum. Or we could recreate the, like a carnival street. And a lot of people I saw in the Discord in like the work in progress space were doing the carnival street. And even though I thought that was a lot of fun, I don't know why, but I immediately got drawn to the museum idea. Sometimes you just have that. Like sometimes you hear something and you're like, oh, damn. Yeah, I immediately like feel this and I feel the inspiration. So that's what happened when I read the challenge for the museum. You have to recreate the Sao Paulo Museum. Funnily enough, I did not even look up a picture of what it looked like. When I did, got a little bit scared. Not gonna lie. But I do think I have a vision. I think I can see how I'm supposed to build this. It is a really cool one. I think I like it a lot. I also want to try and get some of the inside correct because like the inside is very, very modern and I think it looks super, super dope. I think structurally on the outside, this should not be too hard. I think I know how to do it. I think what I want to try is I want to see if I can kind of create the environment around it a little bit as well. So maybe make like on a 64 by 64 lot, kind of like make the road that you see in front of it, maybe put some buildings around. I'm not going to decorate those buildings. They're just going to be shells, but just kind of make it feel like that museum is actually standing in a part of the city. And then on the inside of the city, inside of the museum, there are 2 things we have to do. We have to decorate an entranceway and we have to decorate one of the exposition rooms. However, if we want, we can decorate the whole building and we can give everything interior because this build will be judged based on interior, exterior, and landscaping. So that's why I was thinking it would be kind of cool to set the scene around it as well, because that'll be the landscaping part. Then the exterior, I think recreating this building should be doable. I think we can, or at least I think I can do it. And then the interior, I'll just see how far I come, but that's like kind of why I wanted to start today already, because that means we have 4 streams, because we also have the 3 streams of next week. I might be done earlier, depending on how much detail I'm going to add to this. But I was like, let me take a little bit of time for this first build. If we are done next week on Wednesday already, I will just start with the next build on Friday already. Because I prefer to have like some, some extra wiggle room in terms of time because I'm gonna have to submit this build by the end of next week. So I want to make sure to get the time in, you know. Also, hello Sam, it's good to see you. Are there any debug buildings that would work for the scenery? Potentially, yeah. I was thinking maybe I can go into debug to make it easy on myself. We'll have to see. I think there might be some. I'm just gonna look up some pictures as we go, and whenever I find a picture, I'll pull it up to kind of you know, show you guys what I'm looking at. But if at any point in time you're like, oh, what did the actual building look like again? You can do !challenge and it will give you all the rules and a link to this specific picture. So then you guys kind of know what we're gonna be working on today. And I see that the ads start in 30 seconds, so that was perfectly timed because then I can start up my game and we can find the lot to start building this. And then hopefully when the ads are done, we can actually get started with the building. But in the meantime, I might actually look up some pictures of the inside. Because the inside is also pretty cool. I don't think we'll be able to recreate everything. But I can show you some pictures that I feel like might be a good showcase. So we have this one. So they have like bigger open spaces. And I think something that we notice here is that the red of the outside of the building is really coming back everywhere. But like most of the build is going to be pretty white and like concrete floors. It's definitely like a brutalist design. This is one of the expositions. Oh, I was hoping that would be a better picture. Oh, there we go. So look, even like the way that they display the paintings is very minimal. And I kind of want to see if we can recreate some of this. Maybe like our main exposition room can kind of have a similar thing where we use like little blocks. We can probably find something like a little square, maybe a poof or something. And then we can like put walls, but we can maybe put a window in the wall. And then we can like hang it up on the windows so that we kind of get this same floating illusion of sorts. So that's something I was thinking of like, oh, that could be something we can try to do. This is another one of the outside. Wait, there was a picture of the... leave me alone. Oh, wait, there's... Oh, this is good. This is a floor plan. Oh, but that's... I'm not sure... Apparently there's a part of the building on the back as well. Hi, Aries. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing really well. And then there's like a theater part, I'm guessing, or something. I'm not really sure yet how I should be perceiving this. But look, here's that same room. I think we can try to recreate something like this. You can see the part of the back on Google Street View. Okay. Yes, it's the same build. It's all the same build. This one is the one I was looking for. This picture I also think is really cool. Like, again, though, I think this is something that that I would like to try to incorporate as well. Also, May, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it. Good luck with finishing the work. Good luck, good luck. You can do it. The back part has a ton of plants. You will love it. Okay, wait, hold up. I'm gonna look it up. On Google Maps. Also, something that helps, I think, is I really, really, really love modern art. So anything that I can like recreate in that sense is just really cool because I think it's just Oh my goodness. I just like I would like to go to this museum. Oh, I accidentally dropped myself inside of the museum. I'm in the museum. Look. Wait, are you telling me that I can just walk around in the museum? What? Yo, this is cool. I'm just walking around in the Museum of Modern Art in Sao Paulo. Oh, look. Ooh, we need to make a museum shop. Okay, I can't go into the exposition rooms. That kind of makes sense, to be honest. This is so funny. Has an internal view. Wait, really? I didn't know that. Oh, wait, now we're outside. Okay. Oh, so there's a park at the back. That's good to know. Wait, huh? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Where are we? Oh, I think that's the building that I'm looking for, right? I think my Google Maps is confused. I'm in the museum again. I'm getting lost in the museum. Also, Star and Mark, welcome in. It's good to see you. I keep ending up here at the reception desk. I can't seem to leave the museum. Hold up. I'm quickly just gonna go here so I can like actually exit it, but I don't want to accidentally dox myself or anything. So we're playing GeoGuessr. Apparently, yeah. Wait, I'm just trying to see. Can I go here? I feel like I'm not in the right place. I'm so confused. Yeah, note to self, if you ever want to visit this place, bring a map. For sure. Okay. Floor plan? Yeah, okay, so that if you look for floor plan, it does give you interesting things. Also, Lauren, welcome in. Hello, it is good to see you. And there is a back part to the building, but the problem is... Oh, wait, here you can see the back part, I think. Oh, wow. I don't think I'm gonna build the entire back of it as well. Look. I think I'm just gonna build the top part, right? Because otherwise it would be so huge. I don't think I would ever be able to finish the entire build. Oh, look. This is the structure of the entire build, but like stripped. That is massive. Probably this is like the exposition space, and this is just the back of the build. Like where they keep all of the paintings and the storage and everything. Yeah, you can definitely get your 100 steps a day in this museum for sure. Holy moly, that is wild. Here you can see the see it from the top. Okay, but it could be interesting. It could be interesting to still build the space. You've been here, Lynn. Also, hi, Lynn. It's good to see you. And Sophie, hi, welcome in. Because I basically had a migraine all day. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling a bit better, but hopefully the migraine like fully goes away and you'll feel so much better 100% really soon. What part is the entrance? That's actually a good question. I think there's like some stairway over here. So I have a big part of the museum that I never got to see, which is fair considering how ginormous this building is. It also took it'll also take Sims 5 years to climb up those stairs. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Good point. But how about we just try? Because I also see there's like a water feature over here, and then the kind of the road goes around it, so there is some landscaping involved with this. You can build the shell, exactly, but not the interior, and then I would just build an exposition space in this main hall or something. But I do feel like if we're gonna do it, we kind of have to commit to the whole build, right? I think I just put on invisible cloak. Wait, really? Did you? Yeah, I see that you said something before now and that I just completely missed it. Oopsie. Also, hi, Newt Sack. Welcome in. It's good to see you. You can leave it for last. Yeah, but I feel like I can't leave it for last, though. Because there is terrain tooling going all around it. Because this street is on the same level as the top floor of the bottom part. Does that make sense? So I have to build it right away or not build it at all. But to be honest, I think I can build it. If I don't decorate it, but just make the shell, I think it should be fine. I'm just gonna try. And then if we realize really quickly that it's absolutely impossible, we can always say, okay, let's actually stop and change it. But I think we can do it. Let's go to Builders Game Season 5. I can't decide whether I think the building is really ugly or really cool. I kind of share that feeling, to be honest. I think the top part is really cool, but the bottom of the building is sincerely ugly. Okay, we need a 64 by 64 lot. Preferably, it would be nice if... Do we have one in the city? We do. That is too small, I think. I think this might be the right one. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna see what works. I mean, there is like a park next to it and stuff. I feel like this entrance doesn't really... work though. But I don't think they will judge you on like the lot where you're building. I hate building in The Sims, but I'm here to learn. I hope you can learn something. That's so funny. I was thinking the exact opposite. I really hate the top part with the concrete and the red, while the lower part has greens and a more interesting shape than just a black box with windows. Wait, really? That is actually funny that we were thinking something completely opposite. Or will they? No, they won't judge it based on the lot you pick. No. They mentioned specifically they judge for this build, they judge on the exterior, interior, and landscaping. Which doesn't say anything about the lot. We can quickly check if there's any alternatives for a 64 by 64, but I don't think we have that many 64 by 64 lots in the game. Because I think we have this one. It's a 50 by 50. This is also a 50 by 50. And also Willow Creek is not really the right vibe, to be honest. Oasis Springs, not really. Newcrest could work if they're... There's also no 64 by 64 on Newcrest. Rosa, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. There's one 64 by 64 here, which is definitely not the right vibe. This is also, but this is in the middle of nature. So that's like even less city feeling. We have this one, which is also very like natural. There's not really like a city vibe around it. We could do, we could do Del Sol Valley. Let me check this one. That could work, honestly. Also, if you want to know what we're doing today, you can do !challenge. Because that's the building that we're going to take inspiration from. Oh no, my game is freezing. Okay, there we go. We're good. I mean, it does have the big city behind it. I feel like this could work. What do you guys think? You think Samai Shino is better? The suitcase build went really well. It went really well. Actually, the speed build of that will go up on my YouTube channel. I think not next week, but the week after. Looks like a good place. Okay, I think everyone, apart from Lena, thinks that this is the right lot. So I might go for this one. The only thing that I don't like here, but we could technically build it in reverse. No, that doesn't... Oh, dang it. I'm just realizing that... I will show you guys. Hold up. So... there's like a main road over here. And that main road would totally conflict with that roundabout that is over there, right? So I was like, oh, but there's a roundabout over here. So how about this is the bottom part of the lot and we kind of build it in reverse? But that also doesn't really work because this part is the lower part. So we're going to have to lower the lot. I just realized that lowering the lot is going to make it look weird with the surroundings anyways. So it doesn't really matter. So I think I will actually go for this one, this lot, because I like the view in the back. So if we're gonna, I was first thinking raise the back as well. We could do that too. Yeah, we could do that too. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's what we should do. The only downside is that then over here, we're going to have a road that looks, that's like risen into nothing. But I think that's the best we're going to be able to do. Okay, so I am going to start with trying to build the exterior of this. And this will probably take a couple of tries. Wait, hold up. I'm just going to copy that wall because I do think... No, it is actually not symmetrical. So it doesn't really matter if we make it symmetrical or not. Because the build... Is the road necessary? I feel like it would be a good kind of like vibe setting surrounding. But we can maybe leave that road. I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, so this is going to be the part where the floating building is. That is actually symmetrical. Wait. Yeah, okay. Building it in the right place. That is actually symmetrical too. Hold up. Okay, so maybe... No, actually, this part is longer than this one. It's so hard. Is everyone making the same thing for this challenge? Well, no, not really, but we did get 3 prompts that we had to pick from. A lot of people are doing the carnival street with all of the floats, like the carnival floats. Some people are recreating natural wonders, and there are a couple of people doing the museum one, and you were allowed to pick any building in Sao Paulo and make it into a museum. However, this was the original inspiration for that prompt, and I actually liked the idea of doing the actual museum. Hollow Hero. Oh my goodness. It's loading, but I can already... You can find some floor plans. Fantastic. 36. Hold up. Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay. So it's not entirely symmetrical, but it's really close. Funnily enough, this side is a bit longer than the other side. She's... Wait, she's off officially competition horse. Congratulations, Charlie. That is huge. A nice pick of the stairs underneath. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I feel like this should go there. Is that... Yeah, that's nicely aligned. And then... That's like a little bit longer. Then that goes back. Out maybe like a little bit like that. No. And then we have the longer part. That goes to the same place. Let me check. Yeah, that's perfect. And that goes out like a little bit as well. Hold up. I do think I'm gonna copy this wall and place it here so that that part is actually symmetrical. Okay. Yes, we are building a museum. Yes, yes. Okay, there we go. And I do think... Where is that one picture that show... This one, the aerial view. I'm just gonna move it so that I can... I think it is 2 floors. But then the terrain kind of goes around so that it's the same height over here. Oh, that's going to be an annoying challenge in The Sims. As soon as you raise the terrain around a building, it's not connecting perfectly. So that's going to be slightly painful, I'm afraid. But I don't think there's anything we can do about that, really. This one. But it's just... We're gonna have to make it work the best we can, right? We might be able to do something with just flat flooring. Kind of place it over it. At least in the front of the building. Let me see if that works. I do also think that now that I look at this, the train can be higher. Johnny!
Return the slab.
Slap! Thank you so much for the 5 months. I really appreciate that. Please enjoy all of those subby perks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you doing? It's really good to see you. Yeah, no. It needs to be over here. There we go. But thank you so, so much. How are you doing? It's really good to see you. I will make sure to add you to the subboard in a second. But thank you. Okay. I'm just trying to like flatten out the entire back so that we can create that road over here. And then we're gonna kind of have to, I just want to go to the square one so I can make it. And then we're gonna like have to smoothen it out so on the, it kind of goes around it. And then we'll probably have to use paint, like terrain paint, to kind of draw the road. Because the road kind of goes around the building, right? In kind of that rounded triangle shape. So the road goes like, wee, and then it connects over here. Wee. Right? Does that make any sense? I do think I'm going to have to move the build back a little bit because we're going to need a bit more space in the front, I think. Although now, well, actually, I think if we do it like this, we might be able to make a connecting road here. Right? I think that should work. And then we're just going to have to use concrete because I think there is concrete terrain paint. Right? Yeah, we do have this one. Or this one. Or we even have this one, pristine concrete. So we can, if we put concrete tiling on here and then we use terrain paint to kind of make that triangle like that, I think it should also kind of match color-wise. And then I think technically the road is already almost at its lowest point over here. So we should just smoothen it out. Let's see if I can do that. I just realized I'm gonna have to raise it up a little bit more over here first. There we go. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I, in fact, needed to sneeze. I sneezed so loud, I'm sorry. I know that you guys couldn't hear it because I muted on time, but still, I'm glad that I muted on time because holy moly, I would have broken your ears. This was worse than the Minecraft jump scare. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, thank you. And also, Kathy, hi, it is good to see you. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's smoothen this out, yeah? Oh no, that's going too fast. Hold up. I need to put this on very soft so that we can do it very slowly. Okay, that's too slow. That's too fast. Gonna go back, hold up. Oh, this is so hard to do, honestly. I'm not good at... Oh no, not the Minecraft jump scare. What country will be next week? I need to check for you. I don't know from the top of my head. Hold on. Week 2, South Africa, Cape Town. Thank you, Lena. Also, Liz, hello. I hope you're doing well. It is good to see you. I feel like it's too steep. This is annoying. Okay, I feel like it should go more like that. And then I'm just gonna make plateaus first, and then I'm gonna smoothen it out. How about that? That might actually work a bit better. Because then it will kind of go in steps. It's just, I hate how it smooths around the building. For some reason, that's just so infuriating to me. Because it is not even. Look, it's like, whee! Also, Henny, hello. You're doing great. I am so glad to hear that. I am so glad to hear that. Also, did I miss something, Burp? Did you ask something? Oh, the Minecraft jump scare. I was like, wait, what? But yeah. I'm also just realizing that up until here, I'm guessing we're going to have the same height. I just realized that that's also looking weird because it all of a sudden drops. People that are good at doing terrain tool in The Sims, I don't know how you guys do it. But I think we're going to have to accept that some things are just not going to look perfect. I feel like the drop here is still too steep. And that's also a problem. Okay. Can we now smoothen it out? I hate building with the train tool. It's honestly so painful. The train tool in The Sims is 10 times worse than Planet Zoo. Yeah, I can see that. Like, I'm usually not too bad at the train tool, but I feel like today is... Like, this lot is really testing me. Especially this. Like, what is going on here on this side of the build? Like, why does it drop so much? Why, if I smoothen it out here, does it go down so much? I don't get it. Do you have the smooth to height one on? Or not smooth, but equal height? I had that. I had flatten to height earlier. I kind of created platforms, but now I'm trying to smooth out the terrain. Because it's supposed to look like a road. No. I want to smoothen it out. It needs to go from this high to this low. In a smooth motion. So that's what I'm trying to do. Also, Lynn, hello. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing really, really well. Okay, this might be the best I can do for now. So I'm just gonna try what happens and like see if I put concrete on it, how bad, I hate it, basically. I think that's... Oh, I need to turn my custom content off for sure. And I need the concrete that comes with Eco Lifestyle, because that's the one that also has the train paint version. Oh. Well, apparently there is no concrete. There's only concrete train paint in Eco Lifestyle, I guess. Then I'm just going to use the standard concrete. Let's see if that could work. I just noticed that over here, I also want to take it one back. 2 back, actually. There we go. Did you mean to screen record your game? I am screen recording my game. I have a source record plugin in OBS that is recording my game as we're playing. Also, Indigo Cube, hello. I hope you're doing well. A debug item that you can slap on the road and then set an angle with tool. I don't think so, because like the curve of it, I don't think it's gonna... I don't think that would work. I'm afraid. Let me see. That can go a little bit less soft and a little bit bigger. I think we can put maybe some plants around it or something to kind of give it, you know, an illusion that this semi makes sense. You can do a roof and then create half a slope. I could, yeah. That's actually not a bad idea. Kind of have the roof go like that, and then from there on, connect it with train paint. Actually, the roof might be a really good idea. Hold up. Let's try that. Let's flatten out this part again, because then... Okay, then we need to fast flat and make it a little bit bigger. Because that might actually be a way more natural, or like a smoother... try the other side. Yeah, it's fine. I could always Control Z it, right? It might not be playable. It doesn't have to be playable. That's the good thing. We don't have to make a playable lot. So I think that helps. Ooh, okay, that's annoying. Does that work if we lower it down? Oh, that doesn't connect. That is so frustrating. Like, it's either too low or too high. If you hold Control, hold in Alt. Oh my God. I keep forgetting you can do that with Alt. Oh, perfect. Yes, that's what I needed. See, where would I be without you guys? I'd be so lost. Actually, I think that works really well. And then we can connect it to the build as well. That looks so much cleaner. And then if we connect the road, I didn't know you could do that either. Well, I think I knew, but I keep forgetting. So I keep not doing it. But like if we connect it like this, that is much better. The only question is, do we have a roof texture that remotely resembles concrete? We do. which we could also put on the road to make it 100% matching texture. Yo, this is perfect! Anna, you are brilliant. You just solved our biggest challenge with this whole build, and that was creating kind of... I mean, this is the only side of the build that doesn't look fantastic, but we'll just ignore that. This works so well. What the butts? I'm so excited. This was like the part of the build that I was a little bit scared about. Or a little bit. I was really scared about this. Your brain was braining for sure, though. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that I'm creating this on stream and that you guys can help me out, because I would have struggled. And also, wait, who was the person who said that you can hold Alt to change your roof? Who was that? Ina, thank you. Oh, you people are lifesavers here. Ah, hello, I'm holding Alt. Why are you not? This is so good. What the heck? This fits so perfectly. Also, hi, Kev. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Oh, I'm so happy with this. Okay, now we just need a terrain paint that kind of looks the same as that color, because right now it doesn't really look the same. So the concrete that I used was this one. It doesn't come in another swatch. That's unfortunate. But it kind of goes like that. This is just a quick mock because I feel like the terrain paint is a little bit messy right now, but... that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, you can hold Alt and you can customize the height of the roof far more precise. I think we all learned something today. Okay, so something that I really, really want to get done before I do anything else, because this is just, you know, this is the bare bones of the build. I want to do that floating part, you know? So I was thinking... I think that's actually... yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Oh, crap. You can't go higher than 4 floors. Okay. Hold up. I have an idea. I was just about to say, I'm going to do tall wall height on the ground floor. We're going to get rid of 1 floor here. We're going to lower this down. And we're going to use tall wall height on the bottom floor to kind of fake that it's 2 floors. We're gonna have to kind of redo this. See, this is why I was like, we need to, before I start doing any other big things, I need to get things figured out here. We need to make sure that that's the same height again. Oh, I'm glad I checked it. Because that almost went horribly wrong. Where's the arrow that I... There is the arrow that I need. There we go. Okay, let's make sure that it connects really nicely. There we go. I love watching people build since I'm not very good at building in The Sims. I've watched a lot of people build to get better at building in The Sims. It's like, I feel like it's genuinely one of the best ways to learn because you see someone doing something and you're like, oh, wait, that's how you do that. Whereas if you have to figure everything out for yourself, that's so hard. Because it's not like there's a very clear instruction in the game or anything either. Okay, that's a good connection. There we go. Oh, huh? Yeah, there we go. That's good, I think. Now let's get the roof texture. Also, that's something I recently learned is that you can put roof textures as flooring. Not all of them, though. Some of them. Like, for instance, that one is flooring you can't do, but that one is flooring you can do. Glass one is flooring you can't do, but this one is flooring you can do. It's really strange, but some roof textures you can use as flooring as well. And it also doesn't really specify which one, so it's kind of like trial and error into finding out which one you can use as flooring. I guess the ones that you could be using on a flat roof, you can use as flooring. But not all of them. Like, for instance, this... wait, which one was it? This one you could technically use on a flat roof, I guess. Also the grass, but there is actually a grass tile. This concrete simple slab I would also expect to be able to use, but then this one you can use. It's very strange. Some of them are in the floor section. Interesting. So that kind of technically means that some of them are in the floor section and in the roof section. Do you think they're like in the game twice, or that they just kind of repurposed the same item that was already in the game? Okay, now that's a good connection. So now this is technically just one floor, which gives us 3 floors to work with up here, which is exactly what I need. Because I need the main block, which I think should be like that. No, actually, I need to move it forward. It needs to go there. And then we're going to copy it. And then we're going to copy it again. The only thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to create the red structure with platforms now. I was kind of hoping that I might be able to use walls. I'm not sure, but I think it could be. I truly believe that that could be, yeah. Okay, and now I need to recreate the pillar that goes around it. Which I think we can do like this. Ah, didn't mean to. Right? But then I need to get the beams across with platforms. And that's something I'm a little bit scared about. Okay, I can actually place platforms. So we cannot do an entire floor, but we can do a platform. Which we can technically raise almost as high as an entire floor. And then I just need... That's the only thing I still need, is I need to get a red swatch that matches, that is, like, bright enough to... and I need to... Oh, I accidentally made a video. Haha. Was that what you were asking about, Micah? Whether I meant to record my gameplay? Because I just noticed I indeed accidentally pressed V at one point. Oh, that's what you were talking about. I was like, maybe you were remembering that I wanted to make a video about this. You were like, oh my God, are you recording your gameplay? But now I see. Sometimes that happens. I accidentally press V on my keyboard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's actually a good point. If we use a half wall, so we can actually use the exact same swatch. Let me see if it allows me to place a half wall. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the save reminder. You did that fast. Yeah, so I thought about how I wanted to do this already. This is like what my brain does at times when I'm just chilling in my house. And I look up a build and I'm like, oh, you know what? I probably would recreate it like that. And then I just already have an exact plan on how to do it. So then I feel like there's no experimenting needed anymore because I already know how I want to do it. I feel like this works. Okay, now I just need to find a red wallpaper. That also shouldn't be too hard, right? Like a bright red, though. This one could work. Yo, I'm happy. This is working out so well. Okay, what kind of red flooring do we have? Because I want to try to... Okay, that's not... I mean, we could do tile. Now the only question is, do we have a red swatch? Oh, dang it, we don't. Okay. We have that. Okay, that's red. That works. The only thing is, it's not even. I didn't place the thingies. Hold up. Let's ignore that we have to move these over because I made a mistake. There we go. Because then it's symmetrical again. Easy fix, yeah. This is definitely an easy fix. This doesn't take too long. Okay. That's fixed. So I think a lot of the bases are in. I almost feel like... I feel like there's a big concrete border around this as well. So maybe we should do a platform like this. And then get it like too high. Because then I can give the building a different color than the border at the top. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. And then there is also a concrete border around the bottom, which we could just fake. I need something that is a little bit more prominent. Yeah, like that. And then that is just concrete. And then the building itself is entirely glass. It is kind of a muted glass, though. And I think we have a window like that. We have this one. Although I think this building technically has narrow windows. We do have the narrow windowed version as well. Thank you, Esther. Thank you. And also thank you, Charlie. It does take a certain type of idiocracy to want to do such a big build. So that's why I'm glad I don't have to fully furnish it, because I don't think I could. I don't think I would be able to fully furnish this build. Okay, but they have a black frame. Oh, actually, this is... okay, so I'm gonna need your opinion. Of course, Ari. Enjoy. Say hi to Felder for me. Oh, actually, that also doesn't have a dark frame. It just has a... Okay, then the blue one might be the best. Are you going to put paint on? I think so, yeah, but probably just a light paint. Something white or something. Because I'm not even kidding you if I'm saying that the entire box is... How does it look in real life? Wait, I'll show you guys. Like this. I'm not joking if I say that it's glass everywhere. Thank you, Molly. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. That's what we're going for. We're going for accuracy here. Yeah, so it's kind of like the windows are tinted. I was looking at that earlier, if we could do black, but look, the black swatch, the frame isn't black. It's just the tainted glass that is black. And I think the only tinted windows we have, like the narrow ones, they come with spa day. Because these ones are too small. Oh, like black paint? Ooh, that could actually work. Yeah. It looks good with the current windows. Thank you. Look at you, Tub Tub, being invested in my Sims build. Oh, I keep misplacing. I feel like placing these windows might be asking the most of my patience with this build. Such a simmer, yeah. I am not. What do you mean? Bestie, the evidence is right there. Everyone can see. We still love you, though. It's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of. Liking The Sims is actually really cool. 3 hours later and Ro is still placing windows. Yeah, I'll be like, I'm so happy I started this build a day early. And it's like, why? Well, it took me at least a whole stream to simply place the windows. Also, in about 3 minutes, we have a round of ads, which means that I'm going to take my midstream break at that point. So, just letting you guys know. Not the camera jumping. Oh my goodness. You just send it to the people from the museum. Be like, hi, look what I did. I made your building in The Sims. Also, Icarus, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You got home from work and you're so tired. I hope you can relax and chill a little bit. Also, Believins, hi, welcome in. It's really good to see you. Maybe you'll win a trip to Sao Paulo. Honestly, that'd be pretty dope. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it. Imagine placing these 5 million windows and then the game freezes and I have to do it all again. That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like a genuine nightmare. I'm not done packing up my luggage, so I'll continue doing that. Good luck with packing. I hope you manage to very, very quickly wrap up the packing and then you can chill a bit. I'm on your TV. Oh, I love being on people's TV. What's the prize for winning the Builders game? Honor. Just simply the honor of being the winner. You doubt it'll be that quick? Do you have lots left still? Or is it just a lot to do in general? Oh my god, Rosanna, stop misplacing the windows. It's not that hard. just place some windows. Okay, last 2. And that's right in time because in 40 seconds, save time. In 40 seconds, we have an ad break starting. So I feel like me placing all of these windows, I think is a good moment to take a quick break. And then after the break, we're going to continue detailing and hopefully get some of the rest of the build done and stuff. But I got an unexpected visit in Sao Paulo. Like, I really like the city, unpopular opinion. I liked it far more than Rio. Ooh, I would love to go. Our Top Desk office is in Sao Paulo. So if I ever travel to Brazil for Top Desk, then it would also be to this place. And then I'm visiting this museum now. Like, that is for sure. But I'm really liking how this looks. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Please make sure to also practice some self-care. BRB. Hello, I am back. Oh, I gave Toot a kiss while wearing lip gloss. So now I have cat hair everywhere. But Toot is here. She also thinks that the build looks stunning. Hey, Toot. Yeah. You're getting pets from everyone in chat. You need to wash your bum. Your bum is a bit stinky. There was a ramen noodle lasagna recipe and it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, that sounds interesting and intriguing. What goes in it? I'm not sure if I should be worried or impressed. Toot wants to be on my lap. Okay, fine. Fine. Kom maar. Je mag wel, ga maar. You use the bricks of ramen noodles instead of going out and getting lasagna noodles, and all the stuff on top of it. It got a lot easier than layering. It's really good and a lot easier than layering. Interesting. I don't think we should tell the Italians. I don't think they would be happy with us. Okay, so now that I got this part in place, I feel like I should kind of do something with the outside here. And we need to make it look like there's 2 floors. The build looks so good. Thank you. Dead on the floor. Exactly. Yeah. It's a dangerous territory we're trying to get ourselves into. Okay, first and foremost, I feel like the building on the outside has... It's like a beige concrete color. And we wanted to make this on the outside. We wanted to make it like either white or like black. I actually think it doesn't matter which color we make this building, because I don't think you can see it. You can see it a little bit. Okay, maybe we should go for black then, because I do think that would be a nice framing for it. We don't have a lot of good black wallpapers in The Sims, actually. I always amaze myself about this. Oh, okay, that's actually perfect. Yeah, putting black there, that kind of adds the depth and dimension. Is there a flat piece or something that you use like a trim? That's what I was thinking, yeah. I was thinking of getting something to use as a trim in the middle and then putting windows above and windows at the bottom. I made the mistake of saying I like pineapple on pizza. Now I'm a zebra. Some things you should keep to yourself. Yeah. Honestly, I also like pineapple on pizza, so I better not encounter this wizard. I better not encounter this wizard. You know what we should do? Let's make that tall wall height too. Look, now the building is floating even more. Oh, that's good. Wait, maybe it shouldn't be tall. Maybe it should be medium. Yeah, it should be medium. But look, now the building is actually like lifted off the floor even a bit more. I think that's good. Or do you guys think it should be tall? Let me know whether it should be medium or whether it should be tall. I think just for the hell of it, we should place this on top of this as well. And the thing is, it looks like there is a fence or something, because it looks like you can actually walk around on this entire roof. Like, I'm not actually sure if it's people in the picture that I'm looking at, but there is a fence around it, because technically you can walk from over here to over here, right? So I think we should make sure to put somewhat. I think it's a glass fence, and then there's a bunch of plants growing around the edge, so we're definitely going to add that. I know it's not helping, but I like tall and medium. Well, that's good. Like, I mean, it's helping in the sense that neither of them look bad. I would be worried if you told me I don't like either, because then I was like, oh, did I have a good idea and was it useless? But actually, if you like both, then I think we're safe with both. Okay, I feel like all of the stone ones are going to have too much texture to them. I feel like that could work. Yeah, I think actually that might work. And then for the actual trim at the top, what do I have? We actually have concrete as a trim. And then, okay, you guys need to think with me for a second here. If we look at this, what do we need to put on the roof? Because it looks like, to me personally, I think this is glass. If I look at how light the inside of the building was, it looks like there is like tiny pieces of glass roof, so that even more lights get into the room. But the problem is, I cannot confirm this. Although I could, wait, let me quickly see. If we look at pictures like this, there is indeed a lot of light coming from the top. However, that could also just be light boxes. Can you look at Google Maps? We tried earlier and we got stuck in the museum. The picture you have open now is from a different room. Yeah, but it would be somewhere in that building, right? Oh, the glass floors from Island Living could work. Yeah. Good point. But like here, it also looks like even if there was glass, obviously they wouldn't have direct sunlight on things. Also, hi, Boba Borge, welcome in. Thank you so much for helping out. I really appreciate it. It's so cool that you're from Sao Paulo. I love that we're building something from the place that you live. Okay, so there is no glass. And also, let me see what Hollow just sent. 47. Oh, wait, that's the same document as earlier. I still have that open. 47. Oh, yeah, okay. So, but there is kind of like a curving. Your build looks amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. There is some sort of curvage in the thing, but I don't think we'll be able to do that actually, for the simple reason that there's a platform in between it. So wait, why did the platform lower? Melissa, thank you so much for gifting that sub. That's very, very kind of you. Boba, congratulations. You're a strong growing planty in our jungle now, courtesy of Melissa. Please enjoy all of those sub perks for a whole month. That's so kind of you. Thank you. And thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. I don't know why the platform just lowered on its own, but I think that's okay. I also just realized I need to put Pippo on the subboard. I keep forgetting. Do you know if you're on here, Melissa, as a sub gifter for the month? I see you here. Just your regular sub. I think you're not. I think I still have to add you. And also we had a resub earlier that I haven't added yet, so I need to do that as well. There we go. And then we had Johnny with the resub for 5 months. Yay! Let's see, that is this badge. There we go. Now the subboard is updated again. Thank you so much. How in the world can Sims get to the box? I know is not a thing to consider though. So I think there's stairs. What did you do? You resubbed for 5 months earlier and I added you to the subboard. You didn't do anything apart from be really kind. But I think there is stairs somewhere over here. Oh wait, that's behind my webcam. Like on either of the side there is stairs somewhere. On page 96, you can see the roof from the top. I love that you're going through this whole document, Hollow. It's fantastic. Oh, yeah, okay. So there is definitely some sort of texture on the roof. I mean, if we wanted... so for those of you... Wait, let me show you guys quickly. Look, so there is some sort of texture on the roof. Thank you, Lottie. Thank you, thank you. And I do think that makes the build stand out a bit with the texture. I do like that. And also, judging by this picture, it looks like there's people on the roof. So it's definitely, that place is accessible. Look, there's definitely people walking here. It looks like that's even maybe like an event square or something. And there's that water feature over here. Yeah, I was thinking maybe teeny tiny half walls. I think we're thinking the same. So half walls, they have to be high enough to kind of go above the, yeah, that's actually perfect. Are we going to do this all across the roof? I think so. Oh, crap. We're going to have to redo some of the paint later, but I think that's okay. Okay, now that we have this little part done. I like that. Although maybe they need to be one lower, to be honest. Can we still see them if they're one lower? We can. I think. Yeah, I think they need to be one lower. Hi, Feldar. Welcome in. I hope you're doing really well. It is so good to see you. And the ones on the outside, I need to give wallpaper. So that they kind of blend in more. I mean, we're going to have to give all of them wallpaper, so... This is just like placing the windows. We're going to have to be a little bit patient here. It's also because there's like a slight delay. After I place it, the game is like, I need to think. I need to think about what exactly you're doing here. The build is quite satisfying to watch. I'm glad. It is a very symmetrical build. I do like that. It's looking fantastic already. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're almost there. The game needs to think about why you're making these choices. Yeah, the game is like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you placing about 30 half walls in a row next to each other? I mean, I do feel like with builds like this, you are truly pushing the limits of the game. Like, it's clear that The Sims wasn't necessarily designed to do this. Save reminder, thank you. After every little like small annoying thing we're doing, we have to get a save because I don't want to do them again. Okay. Can I drag it across? Or can I not do that because it's all separated rooms? The lag in my game is wild right now. Look, this is me zooming out. That's not good. Uh-oh. I mean, the game shouldn't be lagging this much. I might actually quickly go to like world view and then just restart the build. Oh, it looks pretty dope on the map view. The only thing is the train tool looks hideous on the map view, but the building itself looks pretty cool on map view. Not gonna lie. That's kind of dope. Oh, I didn't mean to create a household. Stop. Oopsie. Del Sol Valley. Let's build. Let's hope that the lag is gone. I really hope so. Okay, it looks like the lag is gone. You know, I heard people complain about this earlier, that apparently, because the lag is back, but it is only when I'm placing wallpaper. See, as soon as I do anything else, we're fine. And then I go into wallpaper and the game starts to lag. I heard Kayla talk about this when she was talking about playing with the for rent pack. That she got extreme lag while trying to place wallpaper with the for rent pack. And honestly, it's like going frame by frame. Like, I have to... This is... This doesn't work. How am I supposed to... This will take forever if I have to place it like this. Get a better computer. I wish it was the computer's fault. But I think in my case, not to brag, it's hard to get a better computer. Like, if my computer can't handle it, then I'm afraid, it's also, it's not my computer, it's the game. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's a known bug. Not to brag, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not saying it to brag. It's just what it is. It's actually more an embarrassment to myself why I have such a good computer. It's not even because I wanted the highest specs, it's because I wanted a white graphics card. Okay, but what do I do? I'm gonna quickly save this to my gallery. What is this? What is this? Submit a copy of this lot to the exclamation point. What is this? What are you looking at? This little button over here. That's new. That's never been here before. Also, hi, Alex, and hi, Robin. Welcome in. It's good to see both of you. I'm just going to put it in my gallery. Well, not my gallery, my library. And I'm just going to load it into another save. Is that to report lag? That would be nice. Okay, one last try. Yeah, no. This is unbearable. How am I supposed to build like this? This is so good. Thank you. Hi, Ava. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. What were you doing today? What were you streaming? Oh, you're playing some Stardew Valley. I see. Oh my goodness. Did you have fun? How far along are you in the storyline? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Thank you, Micah, for that shout out for Ava. If anyone hanging out here is looking for a wonderful new friend to follow, please make sure to go drop your butt on the follow button over at Ava's profile. And I would love to hear how your stream was. I would love to hear how far you are in Stardew Valley. And for anyone who came with the raid, hi, my name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm currently trying to recreate the Sao Paulo Museum in Brazil, and or like the Museum of Art, and it's a pain because I'm dealing with some silly lag in the game, so I'm gonna see if it works if I place it in another save file. Stream is more important. You can pack and listen to stream in the background. Like, I can be your packing company. Also, honestly, Malaga is such a nice place. I love that city. Reddit says it's about the plumb up button. It's for the Sparked challenge, or probably any challenges after that. There are sure some words missing in front of the exclamation points, which makes me believe that they will keep the feature in and just update whatever word future challenges. Oh, that could be it. Yeah. But the weird thing is I've never seen that button, and Sparked is like 2 years ago. Right? Or have I just not uploaded something to the gallery for forever? Oh, look, the Impossible House is also here. It could be a glitch. Yeah, maybe. It was great. I'm so glad to hear that. I am so glad to hear that. The Sims is going well. We're actually making a lot of progress with this build, apart from the fact that my game is struggling with me trying to make something this big, but Kim visits Sao Paulo. Let's go. You didn't hear of the Spark Challenge? Oh, it was really fun. It was basically, so they had these, you had Sparked. It was kind of like a TV show, like a competition hosted by the Sims, like the actual Sims team. And there were a bunch of Simmers who were invited to compete in the Sparked Challenge. And they had to like do builds and make Sims and come up with storylines. And then like at the end of each episode or each challenge, they had to have made some sort of a video which showcased what they made. So there was like an editor on board and a videographer, and like there were 3 simmers per team, and then the teams were competing against each other. Gluon participated, Steph participated. I think Spring participated, like Steven. I'm not 100% sure. I think it is still on YouTube. I know Plumbella participated. It was really fun to watch. I think this was before I even started creating content. I think this was in 2020. No, it must have been 2019. Must have been 2019, because otherwise it would have been in the pandemic, and then I would have remembered. I think it was 2019. But it was so fun. It was really nice. I think you can still watch it back. I think. I remember watching that, like, looking back at it now, it is so weird to think that so many of the simmers that are joining Sparked, or like that joined Sparked in that season, because it was only one season, that like so many of them I actually met at this point. I remember watching that. If you had told me at that point that they would even remotely have any idea who I am, nope. Lag is... I think we're just gonna have to deal with it, because I literally went to another save. Yeah, this is how am I supposed to build like this? Does it help if I change it? Like change the lot type? No. No, but it's not just the wallpaper placement that lags. It's also zooming. Like anything in the game starts to lag as soon as I'm trying to place wallpapers. And I have to place wallpapers on all of these. Would it help if you disable for rent? It could. We can try. At this point, I'm like, let's just try. I'm just quickly gonna go here then. And I need the James Turner pack disabler. I mean, it's not hard to disable a pack for a little bit, so we might as well try, right? And also, I think the items of the pack for rent don't really fit with this specific build anyways. So, let's do it like that. Manage few properties. I do have to check something though. I wonder if it works with my recording if I stop the game midstream. We're gonna have to see. Hello? EA app? Are you gonna work or what? My EA app is now also getting stuck. This is not what I can have when I'm trying to join in on competition sims. Okay, restarting the EA app. I'm just trying to build. Please. Please work with me. Oh, I have to completely log in again? Okay. I guess. Fun story is I never know my EA password. So I always have to look it up. I think saving reboot seems to be a little... What do you mean with saving reboot? As in saving and then reboot the game? Okay, EA is started up again. There might be too many things in your game. I don't think so. I don't think... the game I was working on, the save file that I was working on is completely empty. So there shouldn't be too many things in the game. Okay, there we go. Let's disable. Hello? Okay, save. And let's play. Let's load it again. I think it should work. The game is loading. So that's a good thing, I guess. Sweetie! Thank you so much for gifting out 2 subs to the community. I really appreciate it. I will do a wheel spin towards the end of stream, okay? Because I don't want to disrupt my building process. Even though it's already disrupted. But I don't want to disrupt it any longer. So I'll do it at the end of stream. But thank you so much for completing the daily sub goals. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. They went to Pumpkin Spice and Drew Mix. If you just got gifted a sub there, please enjoy all of those sub perks for a whole month, courtesy of Sweetie. That is very kind. Thank you, thank you. I honestly think it's just the fact that it's a big build and the wallpaper thing. I think it's just the wallpaper bug, honestly. Let's just try to load the original save, though. Now that I've disabled for rent. It says requires for rent, but play safe with missing content. I don't think I used anything from for rent, so I think we should be okay. Sweetie is being a sweetie. That's very true, yeah. Okay, so there's one thing that I'm a little bit scared about. And that is that my recording might be messed up. So I'm just going to go here and I'm going to go to filters. Can I open this? I'm trying to see if the recording... Okay, so this recording is working, but I'm just not sure if it's still recording now. That's my problem. And I can't see it. Also, Cozy, welcome in. Hello. I hope you're doing well. And Kaylin, welcome in as well. It's good to see you. Okay, so this recording works, but I'm just not sure if it's still recording. I think so. Question, streamer. Yes. Go ahead. Okay, let's see if it's better. It's just as bad. Okay, hold on. I know that we just placed all of these walls. But if that's the problem, because I think it wasn't there before we placed these walls. So I'm just going to get rid of these walls for now. Worst come to worst, I'll place them all the way at the end and I'll do them in bits because I drew them all along and that messed up the wallpaper. So I'll just figure that out as the last part then. If it allows me to continue building, if I don't have these million tiny walls here, then I guess that's just what I'll take. We can always do it as a finishing touch. I just don't understand why this happens, though. I guess you realized dinner was late. Go feed your cat. That might be the problem with the units as well, though. That as soon as you have too many walls, the game starts to lag. I'm not sure. It's just what frustrates me is that so far I've never had any lags or any issues with the game. And naturally, as I'm trying to actually build while I'm recording and while I'm trying to build something for YouTube and a competition and everything, when there's actually pressure on, then it decides to break. What I meant is that this thingy has too many items, so it takes the game a lot to load. I've done bigger builds than this. But apparently walls are really hard for this game. Because look, now that all of those tiny walls are gone, the problem is gone. Well, less. Still not very smooth, but... Okay, so now that we've done that... I mean, we could try. Let's just see what happens if we place the walls, but like we place the walls piece by piece. It still immediately deletes all of the wallpaper. Why? Why? Is that gonna do that every single time I place a half wall? This game is so weird sometimes. Can I just grab the wall, please? I think also, Jodo, hi, welcome in. Yeah, I feel you. This game is being really annoying today. I'm just trying to make a pretty roof. Can the game just let me make a pretty roof, please? Like, that would be very welcome. Thank you. I can't even grab that wallpaper anymore. Okay. I'm almost like doubting whether I should be wanting to do this at all. I think I know what the problem is. Like, these half walls glitch with the platform. Also, Mara, what are you saying? Welcome to chat, but I'm a bit confused to what your first message was. Yeah, I'm also sorry for myself. I guess we're gonna leave this for now because I just want to continue building and like make this build look pretty, I think. Do I like that if there's an extra trim on there? Actually, that gives a little bit of depth. I like that. There we go. Yeah. Ah. You're from Brazil. Ah, okay. I was like, wait, what is happening? I'm so confused, but I see now. Hi, welcome in. It is so nice to have you over. Yes, I am indeed trying to build the Museum of Art in Sao Paulo. Yeah. Hollow is an expert already. Hollow is like, hold up, I know this. Hollow is genuinely doing the research, though. Okay, so remember what we said, that we need to have something to break up this big wall because it needs to look like it's 2 floors. So let's just see what we have. We have this, which I think if this didn't have a pattern, it would actually be perfect. But it does have a pattern, and that's sad. It's really good, thank you. We were struggling earlier with the roof because I wanted to give it some texture, but it's been a struggle, but we're trying to get there. We also have this, but again, I feel like if it didn't have a texture on it, it would have been perfect, but it does have a texture, which is kind of sad. Also, it looks like big planter boxes, so we could also just wing it with something like with planter boxes. No, it just comes with more colors. It's just, that is exactly, like, this is exactly what I need, just without a pattern on it. And naturally, that's nowhere to be found in the game for now. I could go into debug, of course. We could quickly do that and see if there's anything in there that could help us. Preferably without having to like rotate stuff. Something like that could work. The gutter from Get Together. The gutter from Get Together? Wait. Is that a debug? You mean this one? But then, is that a gutter? You could turn it horizontal. I could. I'm not really sure I like the look of it. I feel like it's too modern. Well, not modern. It's not the right word. Too thin. Yeah, exactly. The thickness. That's what I was trying to describe. Also, I feel like I'm not enough of a tool wizard yet. Because rotating is not my strong suit. So I'm like, if I can stay away from it, I will. For now. Maybe I should like do some more research. Maybe not for this build, but if I make it to the next round, I should probably do a bit more research into tool. I think something like this could work. It fits with the color scheme at least. So that's good. Maybe I should just wait. There's one last thing that I could see, and that is just wall decorations. See if there's anything in here. We could also use something like this and size it up. Like the curtain rod from the Desert Luxe pack. Just out of curiosity to like see what it looks like if I put that all around. And then kind of seeing what this looks like if we put it all around. That would have a less smoother corner though. Did you answer my question? I did, but I don't remember the question, so now I need to scroll up. Oh, I actually didn't answer your question. Why did I think I answered your question? Are we going to not have a redeemable? Yes, we are. Correct. Yes. You're kind of upset they didn't make a castle. Yes, I fully agree. They should have made something for rounded walls. Although they should have also just fixed rounded walls because they're so broken. But yeah, I'm gonna have it turned off for the entirety of the games. So it's going to continue to be a reward for the for like the completing the daily sub goals, but I think for the duration of the games I might also not do doubles. For the simple reason that I simply will not be able to otherwise have enough time to finish these builds. But I mean, we discussed that, right? On the stream where we came up with the idea that if I win, we're going to do a whole stream of just redeems. Just wheel spins. Oh. That could also work. Interesting. You've pinky promised. Only if I win, though. I first have to win. I feel like that's going to be quite a big challenge on its own already. Okay, I need you guys' help. So we're gonna do a little polly poll so you guys can, like, easily vote. I'm gonna make a poll for, like, 2 minutes. And I need your help which trim we're gonna do. If you don't see a poll, feel free to refresh the stream. It's either the stone one, the wood one, or the white thingy. Which I don't know. I'll save a lot of points then. When we're gonna do a whole stream of just wheel spins, you don't need to use points, right? Or you mean like if you'll save a lot of points? When you win, what are you doing? So I have a wheel spin, like a little, the wheel spinny thing with the Hunger Games and the crocheting and stuff, which we do when we complete the daily goals. But I usually also have it as a channel point redemption, which I think I will increase in price, by the way, because I thought we agreed, mods, specifically TubTub, that you guys wouldn't spend all your points on them, but you've been doing that anyway. So now I have to make it expensive for everyone. Since I don't have the time to really do all of the wheel spins when we're trying to build for the builders games, for the simple reason that it would just take too much time if I only stream 3 hours, I promise that if I win, we're gonna do a whole stream of just wheel spins. I did nothing. No, I think it's fine if you redeem them sometimes, but I did ask you guys not to redeem them every single stream. You know, to give others a chance as well, because you guys have infinite points. Because, well, especially TubTub and Sweetie have been here for such a long time. And because you're mods, you also, there's like a couple of channel point redemptions that you've never gotten, like the rose roll and stuff like that. Mods can always refund themselves. Well, I don't think they even refund themselves. They just have so much points for being here for so long. That's true. Sweetie is innocent. You haven't redeemed it. Or maybe like once. Also, which trim? Stone. Okay, almost everyone. 69%. Very nice. I'm working towards rose. I love that you still want the rose, even though you don't need it. Like, you can see the channel. That's true. You do have the rose roll. Sweetie and TubTub just never got the rose roll. They were just like, nah, we don't need it. Once when it was new. But you paid yourself back, though. You didn't keep it. You didn't keep the rose roll, right? I remember that you redeemed it to show off that you could redeem all of them at once. The other redeem? Oh, yeah, true. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you redeemed that once when it was brand new. No, I'm just going to have to figure out how to balance it a bit more. I think it also depends, like in the past week, it's also been a little bit madness with the daily goals, which obviously is something that I would never expect to happen every stream, you know? So, oh my God, not the lighting. I just noticed that because I have to size this one down, I kind of have to size all of them down. There's a lot of things in this build that I have to be really patient for when placing. Also, why? Why, Sims? You've redeemed it only once or twice. True. But it hasn't been there for that long. But it's fine. it is fine. It's not critique. It's just a notice from my end that the idea would be that the wheel spin would be more of a novelty rather than a, you know, we don't have to do it every stream. And for the past 2 weeks, we've been doing it multiple times every stream. So it's like, it's fine if it doesn't happen sometimes. I'm okay with that. Like, it's fun to do, but also the whole point of me putting multiple channel point redemptions on one wheel was because the context switches were getting a little bit intense. So it was like a solution to a problem that is still there now. Because I still have to do a lot of context switches. And since I'm only streaming for 3 hours, sometimes my streams, for me, feel quite rushed. In the sense that I end stream and I feel like I didn't have a single moment to just breathe and relax and play a game. Which is, again, it's not critique. It's just a simple notion from my end that I've been noticing that this is happening. And I tried to fix it with the wheel spin. And then you all took the wheel spin very serious. So it's just something that I have to look into, you know? Because my poor ADHD brain can't keep up with all of the chaos that you create. From a viewer's perspective, I agree. Wait, agree with what? With my experience or with something that was said in chat that I missed? The wheel spin is fun, but I like Sims too. Exactly, exactly. And it's kind of like about finding a balance, right? Like, it's fun to sometimes do some spontaneous things. If we were only playing The Sims, that would also probably get a little bit repetitive. And I think it's fun for, like, to get the creative juices flowing and just also as community building. That's also very important. It's not all about the game or just about the game. It's like about the balance of it all. But I think this is something that I just tried to do it in like a creative way. I didn't want to get rid of the channel points. I wasn't like, I want to, you know, never do any channel point redemptions or like do fun little mini games and stuff. But I also want to create a little bit more rest in the stream. Because I think it's fun if you're part of the community to do all of those mini games. But like, if you've never been to the stream and a stream hops from left to right every single 5 seconds, you're probably also not going to stay there, right? Then you're going to be like, oh, okay, well, I don't really know this community. They seem really tight-knit, which is fun, but I didn't, you know, it can be a little bit overwhelming for new people too. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to find a balance, but I think that eventually it's with everything, right? It's all about balance. It's about balancing doing fun things with the people that have been here for a long time, while also balancing playing a game, while balancing, like in this case, also competition. Which I also don't want it to take the overhand of like, oh, we cannot have any chats anymore because we're only focusing on the competition and we're not doing anything fun anymore, you know? Exactly. We didn't do any gameplay. And I think for like, you know, for sometimes that's fine. It's okay. Some streams are just chaotic and I love those streams for that reason too, you know? It's just as soon as it starts to have that feeling of like, oh, every stream is super chaotic, then I just know that my ADHD brain will be like, oh, I can't relax anymore. It takes so much energy. And then I don't want my streams to feel like that for me or for you guys. So why is this so hard to properly connect? So it's like, yeah, that's good. Thank you for the breather. See, sometimes a nice, good breath is also... Okay. Like, for instance, what I notice is that my co-working streams are very structured, right? There's like no interruptions. We sometimes chat a little bit longer, but that's about it. Apart from that, we're quite... Oh, goodness. Come on. we're quite a lot on a schedule, right? And I noticed that my brain really likes that. It's been like that quite often, exactly. And again, it's okay if it's sometimes, but if it's too often, then I also feel like it's gonna lose the fun. And I don't want that. I don't want something to become like boring because we've done it so many times. Because I think also something that, and that's again a very personal like content creator challenge, but if you have streams that always feel like a high, it's really hard to do celebrations or special events or stuff like that. Because how are you going to top that, like all of those streams that are already a high? So in a sense, I'm not saying that regular streams should be boring, because obviously they shouldn't, because then no one would be watching and, you know, why would you be streaming? But it's okay if the energy in normal streams is a little bit lower sometimes. You know, just to relax. And then all of the hype and all of the fun things, you know, we do that in months like November, or like when we have celebration streams, or just the occasional stream. But I don't want to make the hype kind of like the standard or default setting, quote unquote, of the stream, because that also doesn't really fit me. Like, I'm not a continuously hyped person. I've never really been. So, like, I'm present, but I don't have a Duracell battery. Like, I also run out of energy. Exactly. Cozy streams are nice. Yeah. Hi, Celeste. It's so good to see you. How are you doing? Hello, hello. In there and not say hi and chat with you. I never get here early enough for the chats. Yeah. It's like, well, we do chats in between. We do chats in between. So, good evening, dear. It's been a while. Yeah, I can see why. I can see why. Or in the cooking stream. Friends, yeah, the cooking stream was really nice. That was like a good example of, oh, we're doing something different. But it's still cozy, you know? Oh, I'm 100% an ambivert. Yeah. Although, I think, to be honest, I think I might be more introverted than extroverted. As in, a lot of people would label me as extroverted because I'm really good at socializing. So it's like it comes quite natural to me, but it does drain me of energy. So like, for instance, last week on Friday, I had a party for my work, right? We had the annual meeting, and after that we went out. And I hadn't gone out with my colleagues for a long time. So I was like, you know what? I really want to join this time. I don't want to bail out. So I decided to go there. I was like, you know what? It's fun. I haven't done this in a while. Let's actually join them. I had to pay the price of that socializing moment for almost 4 days. I was so tired after that. I mean, I do have to admit, I also had a socializing event on the Saturday. So like, I went out for lunch with a friend, and it wasn't like one of those friends that I see very often. It's a friend that I see like once every year or so. So we had a lot of catching up to do, and it was definitely not, you know, a very laid back. It was definitely like, oh, we have to catch up so much. Let's chat. Why is this? Come on. But I was tired on the Monday. I was tired on the Tuesday. So it's like, I loved the socializing part, and I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did it. But the quote unquote price I had to pay for it was quite high. Can I rotate it? Yeah, that works better. There we go. Okay, so that is technically sticking out on the inside of the building, but I'm not going to decorate that anyways. Was watching ads for a bit, but I hope you're doing all right. I'm doing really good. I hope you are too. I said when I saw you come in that it was really good to see you, and then I hoped you were doing well. Socializing is so draining. It's like the weird thing is for me personally, it's draining, but also energizing at the same time. Like it gives me a specific type of energy, almost like a creative energy or like an excitement. So it gets me really motivated to start doing things. I'm like, oh, I have so many ideas and there's so many potential things I could be working on. And I always have this feeling like, for instance, coming back from something like TwitchCon, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so charged with excitement, but also I am so drained. So then I'm just like too tired to do anything that I came up with. What are we? Because I'm the same. I actually don't know. Because I feel like that technically the right term for it is ambivert. So you kind of get like energy from both, but both can also be draining. Like if I'm all by myself for too long, then that will also have a negative effect. Like I will kind of lose my inspiration for things and I will, hello? I will like lose my creative juices, so to say. So I kind of need both. So I think technically an ambivert, but honestly, I blame, quote unquote blame, very much quote unquote. Hell, why does it keep disappearing? Very much quote unquote blame my neurodivergency a lot for this. Because I genuinely think that a big part of the drainage of socializing is just being overstimulated from ADHD and not actually not liking socializing. So that's the thing. I can feel my creative battery charging, but then because I'm also overwhelmed from all of the inputs and like everything happening around me and having to focus on a person and a conversation while everything around me is happening, I'm feeling drained, but not really. I feel like my social battery isn't drained. My social battery gets charged, but my other batteries drain. I get a bit of both. I've become a hermit because, well, being extroverted costs me more. Exactly. And that sucks because, you know, if you're an introvert, you wouldn't maybe mind, you know? Like you would be fine being a hermit. You'd be like, oh, actually, I thrive on being a hermit. I like this. I enjoy this. But I think a lot of people, especially neurodivergent people that deal with being overstimulated a lot, is that you have to, like, you want to do things, but they cost you so much that you can't do them, or you have to choose to do them and then choose to not do something else. And it's just, it sucks. It's a hard thing. Get a high from it, but I get exhausted after. Yep. Oh, those highs are good highs, aren't they though? Oh, this is also, this happened the first year I went to TwitchCon. That was Amsterdam. I had 2 fantastic days. I was thriving. I was social butterflying. For basically, we met up on Friday afternoon, and on Sunday I went home. I sat with my sister in the train and I could just feel it dawning on me. I could feel it kind of almost like a slow veil that was like slowly falling around me. Like if I had to visualize it, it was a veil that was falling like slow falling snow. I came home. I was home alone at that time because Scott wasn't home. He was on a biking holiday. I came home, I sat on my bed, and I cried for, I think, 2 hours. Like, and it wasn't even, like, of course, it was also because I was really sad that the whole event was over. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna really miss my friends. So maybe like 10 minutes in that 2-hour crying was about the fact, oh my God, it's over and I'm gonna miss my friends. But a really, really, really big part of that was just me being so exhausted that I could not regulate my emotions anymore. It was just, I just sat there and I cried. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I just couldn't do anything. It just needed to get out. Like all of the kind of emotion that I've been bottling up from trying not to be overwhelmed and trying to be a social butterfly for 2 days or 3 days, and just kind of pushing that part of my brain that was saying, Ro, we're tired. Ro, our batteries are draining. Ro, what are you doing? Can you please chill the fuck down? Like kind of just pushing it away and ignoring it. And then I came home and it just all came rushing in. And it was like that weird feeling on the train if I could feel it coming out. So I was very, very happy that I was at home and I could just let it out and I could just cry. Because sometimes a good cry is just needed. And that's just because that's all it took. I had a good cry and then I could just go to sleep and I was fine the next day. But I needed that moment to be able to let out those emotions. And if I hadn't had that moment, I think let's say I had another day of social butterflying, I think I would have shut down. There's no specific labels inside the ambivert category. Interesting. Often get to the point where I'm at a conference that I just leave at some point when energy is gone. It's nice that you recognize that point, though. It's really nice that you recognize the point of, hey, you know what? I'm actually tired and I need to go home. Because a lot of people, including myself, very often don't recognize the point where they need to stop. Also, hello, Megan. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing really well. Excited to see you build. Look what we've built so far. We're making a big museum. The shutting down, yeah, it is. I feel like the shutting down is a really rough part because it sometimes comes really unexpected. Thank you for the save. Thank you. Dude. I can just hear you say that. I don't know why. Over the years, to not put on the social butterfly mask, that was what made situations like these draining to me. I may not always seem approachable, and that's fine. It took me a while, though. Yeah, I'm trying to learn that too. But the thing is, I also really enjoy the social butterfly mask. Like I feel like I need to learn what is the masking part and what is the part that I'm actually enjoying and what is like authentic to me, because I think a part of the social butterfly part is just me as well, because I really like it, but a part of it is a mask, and I need to differentiate where the mask begins and where the mask stops, or I begin, that. No, it is, I'm trying to replicate with a little bit of creative freedom here and there, because The Sims is unfortunately not very suited for a build like this. Or at least to a certain degree, it isn't. Right now, I'm trying to find a window that I can place at the top, like a window that is small enough that it fits there. Because most windows are too high. And the windows, like this would be perfect, but then I don't want the roster in it. Also, Raptor, hi, it is good to see you. Hello, hello. I am doing really good. I'm glad that you enjoy hanging out here. That makes me happy to hear. Sometimes I even to master myself. Oh yeah, I master myself a lot. And the thing is, you can only unlearn the masking if you are aware of the mask, which is just, it's simply not an easy thing to become aware of, like, oh, where does the mask begin and where do I end, you know? Oh, that's a cool window, but it's not. No, Rosanna, you're not going to redo the windows on the outside of the build. You're not going to do it. Of course, Melissa, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have some really, really good sleeps, and I'll see you later. We could do these ones, actually. And then we're going to have to do a bunch of plants along the border. And at the bottom floor, we can actually do full windows. So I might use... We could do these and then kind of just place them underneath. I think that could work. It's definitely a little bit different in the actual building. Also, in the actual building, there is a stairway here. But since it's not on a foundation, I don't really want to put a foundation there. Like, if we put a foundation underneath the whole build, we could technically do that. The question is, do I want to? Because then I can do stairs. Oh, no. Oh, no. Then I would have to place all of that again. Never mind. I guess we're not going to do a foundation. Never mind. How many floors will it be? So the official build, like the actual museum itself, has 2 floors at the bottom. Then a floor that is just open. So that's like what we've done here. It's a floating building. And then it's 2 floors in the floating glass box. But since in The Sims, you can only have a maximum of 4 floors, we kind of took the creative liberty to fake that this is 2 floors, because actually on the inside, it's just 1 floor. Look, it's just tall wall heights, and we put a border around it. So it looks like it's 2 floors from the outside, even though it's not. We can still maybe fake it if we find a door that is short enough. And we place a little... But that would be like a very small step. Like, it would be very small stairs. But it would be more than nothing, I guess, if we put stairs. No. There we go. Oh, and then that jumps up. Of course it does. Because why wouldn't it? Let's see if a door fits. Just a quick check. That could work. Also, Irish Dawn, I just hopped on your question and I totally didn't say hi, but hi, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well today. So technically it says that it looks like it has blue doors. Do we have like a dark blue door? Somehow hurt myself today and I have no idea how, so I'm going to get some painkillers and try to sleep. Of course, Lynn, of course. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your knee feels so much better soon. It's really frustrating if you hurt yourself and you don't really know what you did, huh? I feel that. Also, Millie, hi, welcome in. I totally missed you coming in, but welcome in. And Amaryllis, hi, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well as well. Can we say what you're basing this off? Thank you, Micah, for putting the link in chat. So it is the Sao Paulo Museum of Art. That's the challenge of this week. And the link that was just posted in chat has 1 picture. I'm looking at multiple pictures and floor plans and everything all together, because we're trying to make it as accurate as possible. That is too big, huh? Yeah, dang it. The color of this is perfect. It's just the... it's too tall. Or like also not really the right style. That's not perfect. It was perfect. And then I placed a platform underneath it with my dumb head. And now it's not perfectly aligned anymore. So we're tooling it. We're tooling it little bit by little bit just to make sure that it... There we go. Now it's good. So the window frames are actually blue IRL. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't have windows that... Well, we could go for this. It's more blue than white, I guess. But also those windows on the outside are also tinted. But since I'm technically splitting something up, it's really hard to get the exact color. Hi, Squirrel Mom. Really, really good to see you. Welcome in. Yes, I'm still doing the Not So Berry challenge. I played it for kind of to aanhalingstekens. I was literally going to say that in Dutch, quote unquote, the last time for a little while this week, because the build that we're doing now is part of a competition that I'm joining. It's called the Builders Games. And that means that I will be mostly building for the coming or like foreseeable future, because I am, every week there's a new challenge and even if I'm out of the competition, I will continue to join every week and like do the builds. So we'll probably be building until the first weekend of March, because then I have to submit the final build, and then I'm going to continue with the Not So Berry challenge. But I'm still playing it, and I'm on Gen 5. The windows on the top building. Oh, wait, do we have these in a... The frame stays silver. The only thing we can change is the color of the glass. To use CC windows to make it work with the blue. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to use CC for this challenge. I wish I was, but I'm not. Why does that remove the stairs? Come on. That's rude. Okay, and then I need to get some... There we go. We need to get some... well, I'll figure that out later, but at least we have some stairs now. Of course, Lena. Of course. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope you have some really good sleeps. Wish there was a Make a Sim competition. I mean, maybe there are. I'm actually not sure. There is a chance that there are. I think I also found this this specific challenge just by looking on Instagram. I found their page. I was like, oh, that looks like a lot of fun. And then I started following them and just kind of keeping an eye on when they had the competition open. But I can totally imagine that there might be people that have a very, very similar challenge for Cass. It would be cool to see the blue windows. Yeah, but I also feel like the blue that we have here in the game, like this blue, it doesn't really fit. It's too dark. So the frame would need to be blue, but we don't really have that. Because then, or maybe we do, but then it's not tinted. Hold up. This actually goes like this. And then that part is like off limits, I guess. Also, the building is not in the center. I mean, it's not in the center in the real building either, but it's just... This is a little bit painful. Thank you, Micah, for the reminder. I appreciate it. Since it's Friday, I can go for like a little bit longer today. For like 30 minutes or so. So I think it actually goes like that. And then they have the water feature over here. Which I'm still not really sure how it goes. But there is a water feature. And since we're not going to actually put a build on the floor over there, we could make it. I think it does go around it a little bit, like so. I think just looking at the building, this isn't as big. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. No, I can't do it like that. I need to do it like this. Oh, no, I didn't mean to make everything red. Hold up. Entire red pool. I just meant to make the pillar in the pool itself red. Of course, Celeste, thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have some really good sleeps. Because I think technically if you looked at the building thingies, the pool was actually like the pillars were going through the pool. So I kind of want to create that illusion here too. I think that's cool. I'm still catching up to work. Turns out this still works for me. Even if it isn't that kind of stream, well, I'm glad that you can still work here. That's so nice though. That is so nice. Okay, so I think the water feature is in. I just have to figure out whether I can... Okay, I can put that paint over there too. Don't really like the pool trim that we have right now. I think I can change that. That doesn't really do much. Oh, actually gray works. Let's do this one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Love this layout. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Something I also noticed is let me save again. So there's a couple of things I would like to get done today as well. We have the I think wait, there needs to be something over there because otherwise people would still walk there, right? That doesn't make much sense. So we need to get the stairs in. I think the stairs are on this side. There is like some sort of an open stairway, which looks a little bit out of place. I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little bit silly. And then they have like a fence kind of going around this with a gate over here. And that fence is technically like rounded a little bit, which obviously is something that we can't really do in The Sims. And like the diagonals also don't really work, I guess. Like the diagonals are not diagonaling enough or not rounded enough. So I was thinking we could also try to do that maybe with something else than a fence, but we could try to do that with some plants or something. Like still try to kind of separate it. I also need to get rid of a chunk of the terrain paint here to kind of get that shape a little bit neater. Where is the concrete one? Yeah, and I just noticed that there is a little part of the terrain that I didn't flatten over here. There we go. Because technically what they have is they have wow, I can't speak. It's hard. They have like kind of dirt over here, and then this side is just there's trees and stuff over here, and then this is the road with all the cars. So I kind of want to try and get that separation in, so we might start with adding the dirt. It's kind of like a sand-like dirt. Maybe this one could work. And then we're going to need to get that separation in, which in their case is, like I said, it's like a fence. But that's not really going to work, I guess. Unless in debug we can find something that we can rotate freely enough to kind of place it along there or along those lines. Okay, I could put it a little bit bigger to this part. It depends on what we're going to cover it with, whether I want to do it very neatly, because if we're going to put bushes over it, you're not really going to see that fine line in between them. But if we're going to place a fake fence, then obviously you're going to see that a lot. So not really sure what I want to do yet. Something like this. Okay, let's see. Quick check in debug live edit. Where do we have the fences? I think they're in here. Yeah, okay. We actually have a rounded fence. I just noticed. Hold up. That could work. Gonna be a little bit hard to place, and it's definitely not gonna be perfect. But that might be our best bet. It's very painful to place. It rotates from a really stupid point. Why is this so hard? Also, it does come with a straight piece as well. Can I put that in between them? Ugh. Oh my goodness, this rotating this one is so hard. It could work though. I'm afraid there's no better fence, no. But like we could size it down so that it fits the curve a little bit better. That could also work. No, that wouldn't work either. This is mildly infuriating. Just mildly, though. No. It's actually very infuriating. It's driving me up the wall, but I want to try nonetheless. Like, we could get it to work. Especially if we like fix a little bit with train paint and maybe we can place some bushes or trees or something. It's mostly that it's rotating from such an illogical point, to be honest, that is making it so frustrating. And for some reason that this just disappears into the ground or something? Like, where does it even go? Where does it go? Sims, for fuck's sake. Can you just not? That would be great. Thank you. Where does it go? Is the train not flat? I think the train is not flat over there. It still glitches. We can do it though. I have faith. We're just gonna adjust the train paint a little bit. We're gonna make it work. I promise. I'm too stubborn for my own good. It's problematic. Does anyone else here ever feel that way? That they're too problematic for their own good? Too problematic? That's not what I meant to say. Too stubborn. Why does it not line up? Oh, why is this so incredibly frustrating? I feel like it's gonna be worth it though. Like once it's done, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is worth it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hello? Why is it not rotating? Because I was on the Sims 4 camera. That's why. I was about to get really frustrated and then I realized it was my own fault. Haha. Wait, is that the same on the other side? Oh, I haven't sized that. Did I forget to size these down? Oh my god, that's why the curve doesn't work. I feel so dumb right now. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Why is that not? This final piece keeps disappearing right at the place where I need to place it. Like, why? Exactly there, where I need to place it, it refuses to place. Hmm. Luckily, we have things like Tool that can save us from misery like this. And we're probably also just going to use some trees to hide some of this, okay? Welcome back, Robin. Welcome back. I hope you had a nice shower. No, I'm not gonna... There we go. Luckily, you're a tool wizard. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a tool wizard. Like, it's, tool is hard. Yeah, that's a lot better. This dirt is a lot less in your face. It was okay. I'm glad. Okay, let's make sure that it's covered well. And then I'm going to get the concrete and make sure that on the other end you mostly see concrete. I think this is good. Like, considering that this is an impossible shape to work with on a lot of fronts, I think we're doing pretty darn good. I do feel like inclined to put some bushes or something. And stuff like next to the road. You know, there are just some things we need to hide a little bit. I also feel like we should put some cars so it illustrates that it's a road. Sometimes stupid details like that can make all the difference, you know? Maybe I should not place bushes next to it. Maybe I should just place some greenery. Kind of like around the area here. Let's see, what can I do? You know, stuff like that, like just some trees and some bushes. Maybe not. Well, we can use that one too, but I also need some rocks. And then we need some simple, low-laying greenery. And then we can place some more small bushes. There we go. Also, hi, it's Kim Sun. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. Flower beds, hold up. You just gave me a brilliant idea. Oh, that works really well. Oh, that's so good. I might actually do these ones on both sides. Like, they're even a little bit asymmetrical, and I kind of like that. I think that is really good. Not the stones. I wanted the green stuff. Sorry, I had to say that in very ugly Dunglish. Also, hi Spacefarer, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Right? It ties in and it makes it look like it belongs. I think so too. Also, I just realized you said you could do flower beds, and then I just immediately hopped on that without saying hi to you. Also, I hate that these trees... No. The trees keep glitching. Like, as soon as you zoom out, look, they become really ugly, but I think that's okay. Okay, I think something else is that we should do the windows alongside this entire... side of the build. I'm glad we don't have to decorate this entire museum for the purpose of this challenge, because that would have been pretty darn impossible. Especially because the downstairs floor is like a fake 2-floor building. I'm doing good. Just finished writing a few bits for the essay. I'm now halfway, so I'm feeling very good. Ooh, I'm so happy to hear that. It's nice, right? When you feel like you're making good progress on like a big assignment or something. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we're not going to decorate any of the downstairs, because that, you know, I assume that the downstairs area IRL is also just like offices and maybe a little bit of you know, like smaller exhibitions, but I think the main exhibitions would be in this main building, right? I think that makes sense. Looking really good, thank you. Also, Manic Fairy Dream Girl, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Do you save all of your builds? I'm just nosy, and I often wonder what streamers do with their builds after they're done with them. I save all of them to the gallery, and that's basically it. So I put them on the gallery so other people can download them, and also I could download them potentially at a later point in time. I very rarely do that, though. Oh, that's not entirely true. When I made my own save file, I did go back into my gallery and like saw if I made any builds way back when that I wanted to put in my save. And there were actually like a couple, I think, that I ended up renovating a little bit. So I guess in that sense, I do save my builds. Okay, let's do a quick save again. I do have to admit that the water feature, I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little out of place. Like, we're gonna have to decorate it a bit more, I guess, to make it feel like it fits in or make it feel like it belongs here. I'm also gonna have to see if I can find a picture what it looks like from this side. Like a stone thing, I did that earlier, or I didn't do that, actually. I thought about it. And then I realized that I wasn't sure if I would like that. I could do the white one. I don't even know what we have in the bottom part. I just know that there's a famous cafe and that's it. Oh, okay. That's actually good to know, though. I'll see if I can find some pictures of it. Also, I feel like this fence is out of place, but also I feel like for realism's sake, it should be there, you know? Also, this should be more clear that it's a road, because right now it is not clear. And I know exactly the thing that we're going to use for that. I need the grid. Because right now, this is not even close to being aligned. This build is one of those builds that just takes a lot of patience because a lot of the detailing, because it's such a big build, like the details are not really small details. They're like a big repetitive task of placing one item like 25 times. Also, I might have to move these over. I'm just now trying to like scale them and get the right distance between them. I think I might need to move them a little bit to the left or the right to actually make it make sense. Because the road... Okay, I need to have a picture of the other side. I know that I've seen a picture of the other side, though. The road is actually quite close. To the actual line of the museum. Or, like, the actual side of the museum. But maybe I could move it, like, over here. And then I can also place, like, a line of... Or maybe, like, a fence with some bushes on the side of the road. So that that cliff feels a little less awkward or something. On the opposite side of the pool, there's a staircase which gives access to the museum. There's also an elevator near the stairs, and near the stairs, kind of in front, there's... Okay, awesome. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much for helping out. I really appreciate that. I was already guessing that the stairs must be on the other side compared to like the pool or the water feature. I just wasn't really sure where. Also, you know what I just realized? I think I want to replace the water feature with I made a mistake somewhere. There we go. With a fountain instead of a pool. Oh no, I just noticed this clipping. Oh no, well, this is challenge 4. I'm a participant of the Builders Games, the 5th season. And the theme of this year is around the world. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. The theme of this year is World Tour. And basically the idea is that we have to... Oh no. Do I have to delete the poll? What happens if I delete that? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Can I delete it like this? Oh, I can delete it like that. But every week we have a different build challenge, which is inspired by a different place in the world. And this week it's Brazil. And next week it's Cape Town. And every week 5 builders have to leave the competition. So that is a little bit scary. Wait, can I not? Can't connect with different heights. Wait, so I can place a pool there, but not a fountain. You're telling me that... Okay. It has to be a pool. Okay, let's get the pool back. All makes sense now. That is painful, though. I'm going to have to figure something out to hide that. Because that's not... No, we don't want that. Maybe we could get the same... Thank you, Micah. I knew you were going to do that. I will make sure to wrap up soon. I'm just enjoying building so much. I'm just in my flow. The thing is, I do also want to finish my book before I go to sleep today. So... Ooh, didn't mean to do that. But like, what if we then get a little row of bushes in? Okay, I'm gonna finish this street and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Wait, no! Wait. Oh, wait, I colored the platform. Okay, hold up. I still know how to do this. We could just get this. I want to get one row like that. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, I know that you guys are having fun watching this and I'm having fun building this. So I'm like, I don't want to stop. But we're going to continue next week. So it's okay. That looks great. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, we need to figure out something to make this look like a road. And obviously from this side, let's pretend we don't see that, okay? Who judges the competition? Other simmers. So there is like, you could apply for judges or apply for participant for this season. And then it's basically simmers that came up with the challenges, simmers that judge, and simmers that build. Look, but now it looks like it's an actual street and like people are driving their car here. Also, hi Lisa Marie, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I am reading A Court of Mist and A Court of Wings and Ruin. So the last part in the Akotar series. Why does it not rotate though? Tell me. It doesn't rotate. It's your favorite series? Really? Yes, that is Sarah J. Maas. Yes. That's so cool. I've been loving it. I actually cried yesterday. I was reading the book and I cried. If I'm into romantasy, okay, I am obsessed with romantasy. So for me, it's 100% the right genre. However, if that's not really something that, you know, that you can always try, but the thing is with this series is that the first book, you have to kind of get through the first book. That's what I feel like. And that is not the easiest if you're not sure if you're into the genre. Because the second book is by far the best, you know? Okay, I think this is where I'm gonna have to leave it for today. This is all the progress we've made. I'm a little bit impressed with myself. I did not expect to make this much progress in one stream. And I'm also really impressed with just in general how much progress we made. I do think there is a lot of detailing that we need to do. Like there's a lot of finishing touches for this to be worthy of, you know, an actual full build. Because I think there's definitely things that I'm not really proud of yet. I just placed a tree here because I'm still uncomfortable with this corner. So I'm going to have to figure something out for that corner. But I also don't want it to block the museum too much. But I do think it looks good. Anyways, I should leave it here. I should stop touching the game and like touch the stream. But I do think we're getting somewhere. And I think this is actually going to be a pretty good starter build or like entry build for this challenge. I'm really enjoying the progress so far. So I hope that you guys are also having fun. I hope that you guys are also enjoying it. I just realized we were going to do a wheel spin, but I forgot. Do you guys still want to do it? We can do it next time? Okay, let's do it next time. We can remind. Yes, let's start next stream with a wheel spin, okay? I completely forgot. I was so into the building process that I entirely forgot that we had a wheel spin. But we'll do it next stream. Thanks for the remind. I appreciate that a lot. Let me see who I can raid today. Yes, I will stream next week. Just gonna check before I say stupid things, because next week my schedule is a bit different in terms of like going to the office, but I think my streams are the same. Yeah, so my streams next week are just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same time, same place as all the times that I've streamed this week. Although this week I obviously moved my Monday stream, but what is the wheel spin? So when we complete the daily goals, we do a little spinny wheel, and whatever it lands on, we do that together on stream. So, but we'll do that next stream because we did complete the goals, but I completely forgot. Oopsie daisies. But yeah, next week, I have 3 normal streams and 3 co-working streams. The co-working streams are on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Normal streams are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I would love to see you guys there. We're going to continue with this build. Thank you. I was just about to snooze the ads. Let me see who is live and where we can go to for today. No, I didn't mean, I accidentally went to my own channel. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's see. Who is live? I'm actually not sure how long she is going to be live for still. Maybe a bit longer. I might take you guys here. Yeah, I know where we're going to go. If you want to hang out with us over the weekend or outside of stream hours in general, or you want to keep updated with my schedule, feel free to join our Discord. We would absolutely love to have you there. The link was just posted in chat by my mod, Micah. And if you want to follow me on any of my other socials, I had a brand new video come out on the Extratxt channel yesterday. So if you're interested in anything like healthy productivity related, feel free to join that channel. But if you are more into The Sims, I also have a Sims YouTube channel. I have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the good places. So feel free to click that link. That will lead you to my website, which contains all of the information about any of the content that I make at any given point in time. And if you're coming with us on this raid, feel free to copy and paste one of the raid messages. And then I am going to set up that raid. We're going to go to our lovely friend Olive. Olive is building a beautiful fantasy castle in The Sims. It is actually stunning. I can't wait for you guys to see this. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that as well. I will see you next week on Monday where we continue with this build. And I'm really happy with the progress I made. So thank you all so much for hanging out and letting me focus a little bit and go zoomy through the build. Thank you for that follow as well. I'll talk to you next time. That's weird to say. I hope you're doing well. That's what I meant to say. And I'll talk to all of you next time. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.